Alright, 2013 Kia Optima. We're going to be doing the mirror tap because this ain't working. It keeps coming off. Customer stated that in about a year he's had it. It keeps coming off, and it'd be nice to get rid of this type of connection. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then show you where to tap it. The first step you have to do is push this down towards the front, and then this locking clip that's supposed to kind of go over the headliner is going to come off. All it does is slide in, so don't worry about that. Go ahead and plug the mirror power connector, and we're going to go ahead and test the power, which one is the ignition and which one is ground. So I went ahead and verified the ignition signal. The power is going to be the orange, which is the 12-volt ignition signal, and the black is going to be ground. Right now the vehicle is running, and as soon as I turn the vehicle off, the power shuts off, so that's what we're going to use. Here's the kit that we're going to be using. I was just kind of looking at it. It does already have the Uniden bracket holding piece right here. I was just kind of looking at the instructions. It does have another one for, I would assume, maybe older model, which is wider, or this is just an extra one. It does come with all of these accessories. This doesn't really show where it goes, but the only thing that I see that has a gasket are in this location, so we're not going to use that. This is what you will use, the smaller piece, to tighten the holding bracket right here. So that's already tightened up. I do need to see which wire I need to use, as it came with 3. I'm not sure why it would come with 3, but I guess we'll go ahead and use one of them. Now I see why they came with 3. They do have different sizes. This one is a little bit thicker, so we're not going to use that. This one's like a medium but longer, and the one I use is the most skinniest one. So what I did was I shoved it in from the top side, which is a little bit tighter. Make sure it's all the way in. What I always like to do is just kind of dab a small amount of glue just on top, just to keep it tight in there. I'm gonna use a zip tie as well, just for safety assurance, but you don't really need to use glue, but you can get away with just zip tying it, but I like making sure anyway. So like I said, you don't need to use these, even though it came with 3 right here, 3 different sizes. All of these gaskets you're not gonna need, so customer's gonna keep that. So we're gonna go ahead and finish everything up. Now I did mention putting a little bit of glue. Like I said, you don't have to go crazy, just put a dot on the top so the wire is meeting the plastic. You don't have to go too crazy. This is just an extra precaution. Like I said, I always do it this way just to make sure it doesn't vibrate off or come off. Now go ahead and add a small zip tie just to keep it in place, and then we're gonna tuck the excess wiring, that way it's not just kind of dangling. But we're gonna go ahead and mount the Uniden and see how it looks in there, and also how we'd know how much to tuck in at the headliner so it's not overly excessive long wire just dangling. Here's the end result. Already got the bracket tightened. I kind of just went ahead and zip tied the excess harness to the alarm antenna, and in the back to the bracket, just to kind of keep the wire from showing. This is already back in place, so here is the result. You can barely even really see any wires in there, so let's go ahead and test it. And it's just easy as that.